Hello and welcome back to Planet Crafters. We are on Planet Prime, but this is kind of the Planet Selenium moon, Selenia moon playthrough, getting all of our basic means of production done here. We did a big number on the iridium and then the uranium mining, so we should be pretty good continuously there. We also did a pretty good setup here for our organic production facilities, or our farms. We need more farms, which we should be pretty close with those 2 beehives. I might need another beehive though, because it's not as fast as I want. So for example, there's 4, it means we can do 2 more farms as long as we have, let me see, as long as we have 2 super alloy, which we should. And I think I want to do some beans here just because we might as well round this out. We haven't done anything with beans in terms of bulk production, like these farms. And we'll put some beans down here and here. Now these, I don't know that they're fulfilling our needs truly, but over time, and especially when we're not on the planet, it should be good enough, I think. Let me just check. Squash, we're doing great. Eggplant, we're doing fine. Honey, we're doing fine. Beans, we're doing fine. Mushrooms, doing fine. Okay. And again, we have full T1 and almost full T2. What do we think we're missing here? Probably algae, right? Yeah, algae's the problem. We could fix that. And you know what? We were burning through methane pretty quick. It's coming back. We might want to consider that second methane guy. We have enough energy, so let's do 2 more T2 algaes. Just make sure that our algae is good. We need 2 magnesium, 4 super alloys, 3. We need 1 more, and 2 T1 fertilizers. Okay, again, we're gonna drop the 2 algae, 1 here and 1 here. Worth it because that triples our algae collection, and that hopefully gets us enough where that's not an issue. I think we might as well do this super alloy, assuming we have any of these, which we do. Still need super alloy, which we are really struggling on. And then zeolite, actually, we are really struggling on as well. You know what I'm gonna do quick? Let's check and see if this is melted yet. We could not make it. No, see, this is still melted. We really need more heat. Yeah, we gotta focus on some heat. Because zeolite now is the issue. Let's pull some zeolite from one of these proactively, just to make sure that we kind of replenish ourselves. So we'll come here, we'll go to zeolite. Yeah, it's 50. So we'll just kind of proactively pull 25. And then in the meantime, I think we want another heater. Gosh, is that expensive? Our heat is basically nothing, and that's why we're running into issues here. So let's just go ahead and tackle that quick. We're gonna need 3 iridium rods, which is a problem because that is all of our iridium. We're also gonna need 3 of this, which is not really a problem, but it's kind of a problem. And then 3 of these, which is just a crap load of resources. Okay, good. T5 heater. We were at 2.7 KPIs. We will put this right there. And we're gonna want a couple of things now. We want probably some rockets. We really haven't done anything with rockets. Nope. I need an actual launch platform. We don't even have a non-extraction launch platform. Went from 2.7 to 7.2, which is meh, but after launching a couple of rockets, that won't be an issue. 422 available energy, which gets us fine for this. We need 3 super alloy and we need 3 titanium. No super alloy, 1 titanium, okay? We can solve this. Hold on a second. Should be super alloy on top of this area. We should be able to grab 3 quick. But Yeah, you can see, man, you can see how limited we are just by resources. It's like just this never-ending game of production. So I guess I wonder if this is going to take a couple more episodes than I initially said it would. Just to get everything really cranking the way we want it to. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching just this kind of, it is consistent growth. There's not really any downtime. It's just us really kind of creating these production lines and facilities, and you know, we're really cranking through a lot of resources and everything. So there's not really too many issues. It's just I don't want it to be too slow for you guys, you know, because you've seen this like 4 or 5 times me do this. I'm gonna throw the rocket launch platform, throw it back behind this stuff. It's a little removed from everything, but and then we're gonna do heat multiplier here. Of course it needs super alloy. Rockets are not an issue, we have a ton of them. Cobalt, not really an issue. We really need super alloy though, and that's a problem because it's just gonna be consumed for those super alloy rods. The good news is technically by doing this, we can just kind of handle it. What I mean by that is boom, boom. I think a super alloy went flying. Oh, there it is, yeah. Okay, so technically that can get us 4 rockets as long as we have the cobalt. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Hold on. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, I just need 4 rocket engines, which shouldn't be a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it was almost a problem. And that is going to 40x our heat generation. So we're at 7.2, and now we're going to be at heat multiplier. There's 1. We know what happens here, and it's not pretty. There you go. Gotta love this game, right? It's just... oh, look at that trifecta there. All right, now that should do a number on our generation of heat. 40x, right? Yeah, 290. That is big. All right, that's a pretty big deal. Now, if we can get a fuse, you know what? Why don't we do that? T2 machine optimizer. It's not all that bad. I mean, we have all the components. It's not hard. And then 3 obsidian. I don't think we have a heat fuse. Let me check on that. We had a handful of fuses around here. I remember somewhere. Energy multiplier fuse, which, you know what? Production multiplier fuse is also good. You know what? Why don't we just... energy multiplier. Okay, I'll tell you what. A couple things we're gonna do. I have an idea. We've done this before. This is not a new idea. We're gonna drop this T2 machine optimizer in between all of our energy. We're gonna take a look quick at our energy first. Right now we're doing 217 kilowatt hours is what we currently have. This guy, we're gonna throw energy production multiplier, and just because we'll throw a production multiplier in there again, why not? And now, yeah, 21,000. That takes care of energy for, honestly, I think indefinitely, but we are gonna need a second one of these if we want to do what I originally wanted to do, which is to call down a heat multiplier fuse. You know what? You know how we're gonna get that heat multiplier fuse? We're gonna do this. We're gonna go tradable items. Hold on a second. Gotta drop. I hate selling a production multiplier fuse, but we really need it. We just don't have enough. And then how much does heat? Yeah, we'll get 2 heat multiplier fuses. We can't. We'll get 1 heat multiplier fuse, unfortunately, because we don't have enough otherwise. This will 5x. Yeah, that's fine. It is what it is. It'll 5x our heat growth, and then that's good enough. In the meantime, you know, I'm gonna have to grab some of this zeolite that we see laying around here. And remember, that guy's gonna come back with a crap load of zeolite. Anything else that I can grab here? Hold on a second. No, this is good enough. Okay. Let's proactively make that second machine optimizer and put it over where the other fuse is. Or, sorry, where the heat generation source is. 1, 2. Because again, it doesn't cost much. Energy is no longer a factor. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then... can't put anything in there like we just talked about. Just gonna verify. Yeah, can't put anything in there, but at least we can put it down. We could? No. All right, good enough. All right, when we're ready, we'll drop this down here, and then we can put a heat optimizer fuse when it drops down. That'll 5x our heat generation, and then go from there. Now remember, with a 40x increase to our heat generation, I have to feel like if I go to our osmium and look over here, it'll melt. And you know what? It really has, honestly, very quickly. This was really all I cared about. Lots of quartzes, which I like. This was really all I cared about so that I could make my way over here, which is where my zeolite is. I swear this was water previously. So that's confusing, but this is zeolite, which is perfect. Now, if I get another miner, which I don't know if we have enough for, we can put a miner there for zeolite. Make sure that we just at least start collecting zeolite, because right now we're just honestly not even collecting it, which is a problem. Okay, miner, here we go. I think enough for 1 based on this guy. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And then titanium, which is not really an issue, but we definitely need to figure out a way to get more titanium. I think I might need to put a crap load of like tier 1 miners in, maybe. 2 and 3. Come on back over here, and we'll throw in the... We'll go for the zeolite. We can get another teleporter for this zeolite area, just so that we don't have to fly at all. But we'll do that in just a second. Might as well just get this miner down. We'll put it here. I feel like this is where I put it in my first humble playthrough as well. Let us supply everything. This needs to be zeolite, and just like that, we're good to go. We have our zeolite production good. Osmium is still weak production-wise. Zeolite is obviously weak production-wise. Both of those we can fix with some more miners, but we really need, truthfully, more iridium before that is functional. Energy is no longer an issue, and if I wanted to, I could almost take care of this up here. Hold on a second. What did I send you up for? Well, that replenishes my zeolite. And you're not doing anything. You'll be back soon-ish. Yeah, a couple minutes. All right, next thing that I think I want to do is to launch a couple more rockets into the atmosphere strategically. Now, what does that mean strategically? This is cool, huh? Whoa-ly, whoa-ly, whoa. 5,000%. That's another tier of plant multipliers. That's really cool. We could do pressure multipliers, but I think what we want is most likely oxygen multipliers. I'm guessing that's currently what's getting us. Let me see. It's an insect multiplier. I want to say oxygen multiplier is where we stand to gain the most. I don't know if we have... Let me just check quick if we have tree seeds over here. I mean, I think we do. I see things growing, obviously, but... Yeah. Yeah, we do. They're just crappy tree seeds. So, I think we want oxygen generation. Let's launch some oxygen rockets if we can. Yeah, see, oxygen is already 70. If we can launch 4 rockets, that's crazy town. 1, 2, you know what? Zeolite. There we go. Oh, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the next thing we want to auto-craft is mutagens. And then we just need 4 rockets. I have 1 rocket. Do I have any rockets over here? No. And no. But I do have rockets here. 2, 3. Okay. Let's grab this. Okay. We actually need tree bark. 3, 4. And we need 8 super alloys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 3 more. 6, 7. And 8. Great. So now, if I come over, we can launch, we were at 70,000 whatevers for our oxygen generation. You gotta figure if we do this and we hit, there you go, there's 1, there is 2, there is 3, and there is 4. Now remember, yeah, this is 4,000% increase, which should 40x our oxygen generation. Take a peek over here and see how quickly it's moving, but I mean, that's gonna be a pretty big number. Yeah, 2.8. It was 70. It was 70 a second ago. So that's gonna move the needle pretty quick. And you can actually see this from Florida trees starting to crank as well. So that's also good. Now, as soon as this guy lands, this trade here, we want to consider an oxygen fuse. Do the same thing with our trees. We can, again, 500% increase that. Otherwise, I need to find some ways to get some additional fuses and stuff. Let's do some quick exploration up there. Let's throw all this stuff. Let's throw all this stuff in here. Good enough. Let's do some quick exploration over here. Gotta watch the oxygen level. That is a bottleneck for sure. You know what, though? Hold on. Sorry, give me 1 second. I recall that I do have a fusion cell pre-crafted. We can use that in this location. Whoa, there's my 5,000 Terra tokens. I believe that means that my trade ship should be coming down soon, which gives me that heat multiplier. Might as well just start cranking that. Same thing, I'd like to probably buy, ideally, if we could buy 2 oxygen multipliers, we can really speed that up as well. We don't need zeolite, we're good. We do have oxygen in the form of our truck rover thing, which we can put out here. Okay, just for if we need it. Let's get out of here. And you don't roll. Good. Okay. Now, I want to say we might have already explored this, but honestly, maybe not. Lerma seeds are great. I'll take seeds and mutagens, but let's hold off on everything else. T1 heater isn't super exciting. I'm sure there's going to be many more much better things. Clearly, we have not been in here yet. I'll take the mutagens. Okay. Nope. And fabrics are fine. Most of this is fine. Mutagen's fine. Okay. Yeah, we should. Circuit board, it's there, you know. Okay, let's go around here. Very nice. Couple more chests. Super alloy is an issue. We'll take it. Circuit board will take. Rocket engine. Oops. I didn't mean to do that, but we'll do it. Okay. T2 heater, a couple chests, and that reactor core that we know we want. Good. New blueprint received. T2 rocket engine. I feel like that's incredible. Growth multiplier fuse, that's also really good. With the knowledge now on how to craft T2 rockets, now we can launch, in theory, we've read that in a previous playthrough. Okay, let's put this in here. We can launch infinite of those much better rockets now, right? This will open up some of the bigger chests. We know how this works. And now, some of these doors in the hallways are going to be open. Yeah, like that one we can check out. I have to go back for oxygen and empty my, I gotta empty my inventory, hang on. Alrighty, there you go. Good, so now, I guess Guess we'll just do this. Yeah, let's just put everything in here. Okay, good. We have more space now. Hold on, there we go. Okay, we have more space now, we can go. Again, we're just looking for, honestly, any fuses. That's really what I'm looking for. Let's go this way first. Okay. 1,000 Terra tokens, we will absolutely take that. We'll take Pulsar because why not? Super alloy rods are great, circuit boards are fine. The rest of it I don't really care all that much about, so let's keep moving. Okay, now this opened up to the right, and that was it. Pulsar, growth multipliers. Okay. Take it, another 500 tokens. Yes, there we go. Now, production multiplier fuse is great. That gets me plenty of value. And then this is the big boy that we're looking for. 100, 1,000, 500, 100, 100, 500, 1,000. Trade rocket multiplier fuse, which is really powerful. And then just some additional good stuff. Okay, great. It's worth it. It was absolutely worth it to come and grab all this stuff. I think we actually cleaned this out, but I might have missed a passageway somewhere, but I'm actually relatively happy with this, and so that's fine by me. Let's head back to the base for a couple of reasons. Primary being our trade space rocket is almost undoubtedly back now. We can increase the fuse and the heat one. Also, with all those fuses with all that Terra tokens we just got in the chest right there, we should be able to buy a couple more fuses just for enhanced terraformation stats right there. Yeah, you should have just the heat multiplier fuse. Very good. Let me just throw that over here real fast, because again, this 5x is this one, which is a big deal. Heat multiplier, growth multiplier, and trade rocket fuse. If I had more selenium, I would definitely build that thing that we need the trade multiplier fuse for. Can we buy selenium? No. It would make a lot of sense if we could, unfortunately, but we can't. Yeah, we're gonna do 2 oxygen multipliers. We're gonna get 3 cocoa and 3 wheat. We'll start a production facility for cocoa and wheat. I'm just gonna try to create everything here, and let's launch this trade space rocket. It's gonna take some time, we know that. Okay, fine. But we do have some good stuff here regardless. I'm gonna put a lot of this stuff away. Good, we're finally accumulating an excess of super alloy and uranium. Iridium is still low, but will be okay-ish. That probably means that these are full as well. Or at least getting there enough that we can now make 2, 3. So look, so we can do 1, 2, 3. We can make 4. We can make 4 super alloy, 4 miners based on that. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4. We can make 4 there. We can make 2 based on iridium rods. Okay, I mean, we can make 2 miners now. Where do we want to put them? It still feels like iridium is the limiting factor. I wonder if we just make 2 more iridium miners. Otherwise, I would love to do zeolite or osmium, with osmium being the limiting factor because we just got a nice osmium or iridium zeolite drop. Yeah, let's do more iridium. I guess 5. We're gonna go with 5 iridium miners. Almost doubles our capability again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 1 and 2. Almost doubles our capability again. I mean, it's sooner or later it's got to be enough, right? I get it. Everything requires iridium is kind of the problem. And the drones are doing a good job. They're keeping up. Everything requires iridium. That's the majority of the problem. But we have enough for 2 more miners as soon as we get more iridium in, which we did almost just double our capabilities. You know what? You know what I just realized? Production multiplier. Fuse 1. Yeah, we have 2 production multiplier fuses. Why don't we throw this next to the miners? That'll reduce the speed, I think, by 50%. Or increases the production speed by 50%. That should take care of our production woes there, right? All we would need then is another T2 machine optimizer, which is not a problem. Yep, good, sorry. Okay, 1, 2, and then we need 3 of 3. Now that, I believe, I think that'll solve our iridium issues. So if we go like this, and then we go 1, 2. This production time divider, 25. Let's see how fast this... Okay, hold on. Production time is 50 seconds. What was it? Production time is 75 seconds. So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good speed up. And there's 5 of them, guys. Come on, it has to work. So anyway, that should do it for this one. Unfortunately, you know, with a little bit of exploration in there, a lot of it's just starting to figure out ways to get Terra tokens, increase the terraformation index, just continue to increase the production of materials. Next time we're going to hit I think the mutagens. We want to do some mutagen production. I haven't done any of that. As well as, hopefully, if iridium is taken care of, we can shore up the osmium and zeolite productions, as well as... That might be it, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.